Okay, so step one is centers. You're gonna start with your centers, and for this, you could just pick any random side. I solve on white, so I'm gonna make a white side. So these two here, if you have this square, this one is in the bottom of these two, and so is this one. This one's in the bottom of these two rows. So like I know that will align with that, as opposed to if it was in the top, it wouldn't align. And and this is pretty much just common knowledge stuff. It'll be easy to make your centers. So I can align those two. We have another one right here, and let's look for the other one right here. Let's say I turned it like that, and if I align these, it's aligned, but I broke these two. Make sure that's in one of the layers. There you go. There's your first center. You're gonna want to do the opposite next. So do yellow. So yellow needs to be up here. There's two right there. Now when I put this up here, this is gonna move. So then you want to turn this twice so you can put that one back down. So now these are on the bottom, these are up here. Next we have these ones. Let's go like that. It's okay if we move it side to side like this because white's on bottom, yellow's on top. So once you get here, don't just put it up, because then you're going to ruin this side, the bottom. Make sure that this one is aligned with this one. So when you bring that up, it picks that one up, turn this one twice, bring it back down, which will solve that and this. Those are your two first centers. Pick any random side. I like to start on blue just because that's how I hold the cube during blind, yellow on top, blue in front. And just so happens that two are already solved, but I'm just going to demonstrate a different, so there's none solved. Let's say I do green. These two can be aligned if I do that. And it's okay to turn it sideways because we're not messing up the top and bottom. So now we have these two. And you want to take this pair and move it horizontally so you can move these freely. So like that. So next we have these two. And I can see that if I did that, they are paired. And then move it horizontally. Line them up. So now we have 1, 2, 3. Now this is where things get technically a little bit more complicating, but it's fine. You'll totally get it. So these two can be paired with one simple movement. But when I do that, my green is going to get messed up. Like that. Put it over. Move it down. Put it back. Now for this, if I match these two, green gets messed up. So just like the yellow, put them in the same row, turn it towards, turn it to where it goes, put it back like that. However, one thing I just noticed is I'm not even focusing on the color scheme. What am I doing? So yellow is on top. If blue is in front, red is to the right, which means I need to get this over here. And so there's just one way I could do it, by taking this green, putting it on the other side, moving it, and then putting the non-colored back over here, and then take this side, putting it over there. So now all I did was just swap this center with this one, and that's one thing you got to be mindful of. I can't believe I didn't even catch that. What am I doing? You want to make sure you build it in the right orientation. Yellow's on top, blue's in front, red is on the right. So now we just have 2 more to go. And then in this one's actually very easy. If you have this case where only one square of each of the centers is not full, then put them in the top right and bottom right, and then just do a soon. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. The R's and R primes are going to be wide, like you just saw, and then U's are going to be regular. Here's another case you might come across on your last 2 centers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 done, and now we just have these 2, and they might be checkered on both centers. You just, again, like say these 2 are already lined up. Like right here, if I put this one up here, it would match with this orange, which is not what you want. Put them in the opposite layers, 1, 2. This one's gonna go up here and match, and as you can see, that one matches up with this one. And so since we're turning this, we're gonna be ruining these. So put that up there, move it out of the way, and then bring it back, and then it puts you in the case like before. And another case you might have is where they are already in 2 pairs, but they're not in the same face. So we have all the cubes solved, and we just need to get these to be the same color. Just like we did the yellow, make sure that these 2 are in the same layer, and you're going to want to bring one side up and then bring that side down, and then you will fix your centers like that. However, this is now no longer aligned correctly because red is supposed to be opposite of orange. So by doing what I just did, I made the color scheme off. It's wrong. So I want to make sure that green is opposite of blue. So I don't want to put orange here. I want to put green here. And so what I did last time was I just moved green up, put orange in that spot, and then brought orange down. So instead, we're just gonna move green down. Wait, what the hell am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. Green down, put orange in the green spot, and then put orange back up. So now these are opposites, blue and green, and then orange and red are opposites. Another case you might come across is this one are in bars, the 2 right here, and then this side's checkered. And then, you just bring it up, turn it twice, bring it down, and it puts you in that same case as before. And so that is all of your sides. Now let me just make sure this is correct. If I had yellow on top, blue in front, red would be, I have a guide right here. Yellow, blue, red, green, orange, white. So obviously this would not be right. If I had white on top and red in front, this is obviously not right. So you got to make sure your orientation is correct. And so that is your centers. Hope that all made sense. Ask me if there's anything else you want me to clarify.